we're live. It's your boy, Joey Colello, and today I got my talented co-host with me, Ryan. What's up, man?
What's going on, guys?
How you been?
Doing good.
We also got two special guests with us today. One been here before, you know who he is, Greg Rice. What's up?
What's up, guys?
And we also have a good, long-time coach, friend, football coach, nutritional coach, Vinny Russo. What's up?
What's up, guys?
How are you?
All right.
It's good to have you here, man. How you been?
I'm good. I'm excited.
Me too. So before we get started, I just want to catch up with you, Vinny, and talk about your journey and where did it all start? Like, how did you get into nutrition, and like talk about how you got where you are?
Yeah, so I've always been into training through sports. Excuse me. And I just never really knew how much impact nutrition could have on you until I actually did my first competition. I saw my body transform, and I was so intrigued by that. I just wanted to know, well, how can food do that to the body? And because of that, question, it was just like, all right, I got to learn everything I can about it. And that's exactly what happened. And through my years of competing, I started, my wife, she was a girlfriend, and she actually didn't like it because I wouldn't go out and things like that. And
that's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a big relationship problem.
So she just turned 21, and she was like going out all the time, and she wanted me to go out and drink. It's like, nah, I'm eating prep. I can't drink. Get the hell out of here. And so we kind of had some issues with that. And then she accepted it, and then I basically gave her, I said, look, why don't you just try it out? You have a lean body as it is. Let's just try it out. You can do one competition. So I prepped her for a competition, and she placed second. And what happened was, all these followers that were following her started asking her, well, how did you get that way? Who does that? Who does this? Who does that? And then that's how my business basically started. And now, it went from a couple competitive clients to now 48, 49 clients that is mainly Gen Pop. I kind of got away from competitive now.
How long has your nutritional journey, like how long ago did you start the nutrition side?
So I started competing in 2011. I started doing nutritional coaching about 2014.
So you've been doing it for
a while,
for a long time now. Time's flying.
Yeah.
So after that first competition you did, you said, what place did you take?
In that first one, I placed second.
And that was your first one?
That was my first one. Then the next one, I placed third. And then I tried nationals, and I got fourth in Team U when I first did it. And then my next competition, I didn't place. And then I kind of was just falling off the wagon, and I was just like, all right, I'm going to stop at the men's physique, and I'm going to try the classic physique. And I went to classic physique, and my first competition, I placed second again. I'm fucking getting tired of placing second and third. Give me the first. Like, where is it?
Can you explain the difference? Like men's physique and classic physique?
Yeah, so men's physique, you wear your board shorts, which go down to your knees, and it's more of like a model-esque type.
That's the board shorts you said?
Yeah, okay. Now they don't look like models, they're all humongous and jacked. They just basically transformed. And classic physique was kind of in between bodybuilding and men's physique, but you were able to wear smaller trunks so you could show off your thighs. So if you got legs, people saw it.
Yeah, those are like the pretty like the compression shorts. Right,
but
you wear.
Yeah, but they're shorter. They're like 6 inches maybe. Okay. So you see the whole thigh. You see even your glutes. You can see at the bottom. So bottoms in play.
What qualifications or like what classes did you take to get more like, how would I say, more ammunition to tell clients like, this is what I have, this is what I do? So
I got my degree from Fair Dickinson in biology, and that just the science background alone kind of gave me a little step ahead of the game, so to speak. So when I read, because I'm all self-taught in nutrition in the beginning, so when I read articles and I read scientific journals, I kind of understood the mechanisms behind what they were saying. And now I went and got my PM1 certification through Precision Nutrition, and just basically reading everything and anything I can, watching videos, listening to podcasts, doing all that stuff, like this. And
self-teach.
Just self-taught and experimenting. So I experimented on myself and I experimented with clients. I didn't tell my clients I was experimenting.
Of course.
They told me to go fuck myself. I could curse them.
Yeah.
If I went to a client, I was like, hey, listen, I'm going to experiment with carb cycling with you for like the first time. I'm going to just try it on you. If they're going to say no, what the hell?
Exactly.
I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. So, but it all kind of just worked out for me. But now what I'm doing is I'm getting a master's in applied clinical nutrition. So
explain the difference, like what the difference is between just macros and clinical, like
Well, no.
Well, is that what clinical is?
Well,
Is
clinical
more
deals with
macros?
No. Clinical nutrition deals with basically with the clinical setting. Like people have deficiencies. People
Okay,
have
like in a
diseases.
hospital type.
Things like that. Yeah. So it's
Gotcha.
more of a clinical sense. It's a little bit different than what you're referring to as sports nutrition.
Yeah.
So there's a difference. It's like
Mhm.
sports nutrition is like how can you best prepare an athlete to perform its best with nutrition, where the clinical nutrition is more of like, all right, well, if you have a deficiency, how you can fix it. If you have diseases, how you can use nutrition to help with that.
Oh, so kind of like an example for like pregnancy.
Yeah.
So you would help with what the best diet is to
help, to feed the baby and to feed the mom. Yeah.
So you're kind of like a food doctor.
Not yet. No,
That's what you
I wouldn't. Yeah, but I would never put doctor behind my name. No.
You just stop at MS.
Yeah,
You wouldn't go for that.
No. Well, I would do. I would probably get 2 more credentials, the CNS and the CNN, but I wouldn't get a doctorate.
No.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think it really doesn't reinforce anything in nutrition?
I mean, it adds a lot more merit to the name, but right now I don't have those aspirations to get a doctor.
He let the results speak for himself.
Yeah, that's it.
So, like right now, you're training Greg, right? You're doing not training. You're nutrition.
Yeah.
Nutrition.
Over there. If you want me to put a training program together,
So how like
I trained him one day actually. Remember?
how is it? I know it's
he
only.
didn't make it through there.
Yeah, I did.
Where did you guys work out at?
Well, we did legs at Retro.
Okay.
Yeah, we did the high volume training HPT, and we did as many. So we started off with doing squats.
80 reps.
No, it was 100 reps.
Oh, 100?
100 reps and as many sets as you can, but you need to use a weight to where you can get 12 to 15 reps.
Holy shit!
And you got to stay with that
as
way.
fast as possible.
Yeah.
Like the least amount of time it takes to get 100 reps.
Holy shit! So you're really not resting? What? 10 seconds?
No, you rest.
Oh, you do rest.
That's
okay.
You wouldn't be able to make a fit.
Oh, I was about to say, yeah. Holy shit! So I know you never wanted like your own coach. You always did everything on your own.
Yeah.
So like, what changed? What made you want to start training with Vinny?
I needed like accountability because I would be on track during the week, and then the weekends would come back. Fuck it, I want to eat.
I know you're a big ice cream buff.
Yeah, I'm a fucking food junkie. So
That's not your dad.
Yeah, same.
So like,
I just needed someone help like keep me accountable.
Gotcha.
The training I could take care of. That's the easy part for me.
mm-hmm.
Just the nutrition. I mean, my diet was good. I ate clean for the most part, but on the weekends I would just destroy it.
And I know it's only your first week. It's the first week, right?
Yeah.
So how is it going for you? Like, what are you seeing? Any changes?
I lost like 6 pounds of scale weight. I was 219 this morning when I woke up.
And when you started, 225, right?
The week before that, I was probably heavier than that because the week before I started, I was eating legit whatever I wanted.
So that's rough.
He's going off.
And then Mike went to Sushi Time, and this motherfucker ordered 16 rolls.
Holy
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
And like,
How many carbs do you think
Food
that on this?
competition?
yeah, bro. He's like, put it down. I'm like, are you sure? He's put it down. So I
That's
did.
crazy.
I went there. I had fucking pizza. You know, I was getting it in.
So
Because I know some of his clients too. I know how his diet is. Like, you don't get to eat that shit. Even if it's a free meal, you don't get them often.
So like, what in the diet is the difference from when you were dieting on your own to compared to his diet?
It's mostly just portions. It's a lot of the same food that I was eating. But,
Portion control, man.
Yeah.
That's what it all comes down
and
to.
it's just
So talk about portion control for the listeners.
So with the portion control, it's the portion size of the food item, right? But that portion size is going to give you a certain amount of calories.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, if you want to lose weight, if you want to lose body fat, you need to be in a caloric deficit.
Mm-hmm.
You need to expend more calories than you take in.
Of course, science.
If you want to gain, you got to be in a caloric surplus.
Yeah.
So portion control is the whole thing because people could say, "Oh, I eat clean." All right, that's great. What do you eat? Well, I had a salad and I had some chicken and I had this and did you throw the dressing on it? Yeah. Well, I used received the dressing and they're not realizing
that counts.
Yeah, it's all adding in. And when you're not weighing out your food, your diet is very inconsistent, right? So we want to build that consistency so your body gets acclimated to the calories.
Yeah.
So then you manipulate from there. It's like, all right, well, I'm used to, let's just say 2,500 calories. Well, now let's cut 300 calories from that. Let's go to 22,
mm-hmm.
and your body needs to respond from that.
See, like I did all that. I would weigh my food, weigh all my meals during the week. So like my weekly diet was consistent. I don't use condiments and shit.
Yeah.
You see me every day.
Clean.
But on the weekends, I would just eat whatever I want.
So, like, there's a big thing in nutrition with, like, people who want to lose weight, but they don't understand they have to eat food to lose weight.
Yeah.
So there's people, explain why people are like, oh, that's so much food, but you need to eat that food to speed up your metabolism.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if it's really speeding up the metabolism. It's like that's my biggest complaint I get with clients. It's like, well, Vin, I want to lose weight and I want to lose body fat, but how am I supposed to do that? You know, it's food. It's like, just trust the process.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, like, I make sure that they're eating very nutrient-dense foods. So by nutrient-dense, what I'm talking about is that the food item has a lot of nutrients in it. Calorically dense would mean that the food item has a lot of calories in it.
Yeah.
So we try to kind of get away from the calorically dense and the good tasting foods, and we go towards the more nutrient-dense foods that we know work for our bodies. And when you fuel it the right way, your body responds to it the right way. You feel better, you look better, skin complexion goes up, everything.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, my buddy, I was training with my friend Rich, so he was asking about the diet, and that's basically what I said to him. Like, it's not a lot of calories, but it's like a lot of nutrient-dense food. It's a lot of food. I'll eat and I'll feel full like, for a while, but I know I'm still in deficit. Like big fucking salad and shit with steak. Like, it's a lot of food. But
are you a supplement guy? Like, you include supplements in their diet plans?
I try it. So I'd rather use food over supplements. Supplements are made to supplement if you can't eat the food. But then again, there are some supplements that people should be taking, especially when you train the way he does.
Yeah, like what would you recommend?
Definitely creatine monohydrate. There's so much research behind it that it just improves athletic performance. It's deemed with that bad reputation that it floods my cells with water.
It's water weight.
It's water weight. I look bloated. It's like, first off, if your cell is full of water, it's a healthy cell. I want that.
Exactly.
But it doesn't do that. Yeah, what it does, and I'm just getting a little sciencey here, but the mechanism behind it is like your body uses this chemical energy called ATP. Yeah. Right? It'll basically become ADP, which is diphosphate, which releases the phosphate. But what creatine does is it rejuvenates the ATP by adding a phosphate group back onto the ADP. So you get more energy, so you get more work output.
Gotcha.
Hopefully that makes sense.
So, like, how many meals do you recommend per, like, is every client get the same amount of meals, or?
Not a chance. It all depends on the lifestyle.
So, like, how many is he eating?
Yeah, 6 or 5.
He let me pick.
Really?
He picked and fill it out.
Yeah,
but I was eating 5 already. So
here's the deal. It's like, if I make you eat 7 meals a day and you can't fit 7 meals in, you're going to stress over it, and that stress is going to bring cortisol, and we don't want that complication. Mm-hmm. So if you can only fit 3 meals in, guess what? You're going to fit 3 meals in, but they're going to be some big-ass portions compared to a 7-meal day where the portions are a lot smaller. Yeah. If you like intermittent fasting, I'm not a big fan of it because I like to eat in the morning, but if you want to do that, we could work that because it's fit in your schedule. Actually. What do you want to know?
What do you think of fasting?
What do I think of it?
Yeah.
It's just another form of caloric restriction.
So I was thinking about doing it on Sundays, like not eat till noon.
I mean, you could do that, and what's going to happen is you still got to fit all your food in. Right?
Yeah.
So it's all about calories day to day, right? Over 7 days of the week. That's how I look at it. So how many calories are you taking in per day over 7 days of the week? That's what we really care about. Now, if you're consistent with your caloric intake, then manipulation is always going to work when we go from there. But with intermittent fasting, it's another form of caloric restriction, meaning you usually have people who do it that get great results because, number one, they're not weighing out the foods. Number two, they normally don't pay attention or they're not mindful of the foods that they're eating. So when they restrict themselves to an 8-hour window, they can't normally fit all those calories in there. They're not used to it. So what happens is it's another form of caloric restriction, so they lose weight initially.
I know people who've done it and they swear by it.
Yeah. Because they don't realize it's
intermittent fasting.
Yeah. Just eating less.
Were you doing intermittent fasting at all?
Yeah, I was for a little bit. I was like you said, like I couldn't eat as much as I wanted to in the day.
Yeah.
And like I'd eat it. I'd start eating at 12, and then like I only eat maybe 2 times in that period until 8 o'clock, and I'm like fucked when I'm hungry at 9.
Yeah.
My problem is even no matter when I eat, I'll eat like, let's say 2 of my meals. After that, I'm so full, and I feel like I can't. It's time to eat again. I'm like, I'm not even hungry.
So you might want to go bigger portions,
less meals. Yeah. So like right now I'm doing 5. Yeah. So should I go down to 4?
4 or 3, man. So I was always a 6 meal guy. Like I just liked eating that often until I started combining meals, and I found out I could throw down a ton of food at once, and I like it because I'm fucking full afterwards. I feel satiated.
That's my problem. I don't feel like after my first meal, I'm like, oh, I'm still fucking hungry. I can just keep eating. And then my second meal, same thing. But as soon as I finish that second meal, that's it.
Yeah, I would definitely combine the meals, or just have bigger portions less frequently. Yeah,
I might have to try that.
Yeah, so like right now I'm on 3 meals, and the reason why I'm on 3 meals is because I normally was that person that was like, all right, after the training, I need to go home right away and eat a meal.
Yeah.
But I mean, even now with research that's coming out, it's not so prevalent. So it's like, all right, it's not that important. So I'm going to drag it out and just eat a little bit later.
Because I know, like, people think, like, I need to eat within the hour.
Yeah, there's anabolic window.
There's anabolic window.
But you're saying that there's research that really doesn't.
That says it doesn't support it. Now, the way you can look at it is you can see it and you can say, look, I'm starting the recovery process off earlier if I eat sooner, but it's not going to totally enhance my results because I had a fucking protein shake 5 seconds after I did my last bicep curl. You know?
Yeah, it's crazy how one research article could change the way everybody thinks about eating times.
How Dr. Oz says this thing works, and then it's crazy.
And everybody goes and does it like a keto thing. What do you think about keto?
Keto diets?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I want to hear. Just your quick opinion.
To each their own. I would never do it because I love carbohydrates. So I'll give you a perfect example. I had this bikini competitor come to me and said, she wants to train with me. She wants me to be her coach to prep her into the show. But she needs to do a keto diet. And I said, okay. I was like, well, just why do you need to do a keto diet?
Yeah.
She said she heard it was the best thing to get her shredded fast. And I was like, okay, well, number one, do you really believe that? She goes, yeah, of course, because I've seen it and there's so many things about keto now. I'm like, all right. I was like, do you like carbohydrates? She's like, yeah, who doesn't? I was like, all right. Well, do you think you could go the rest of your life without carbohydrates? She said, not a chance, no. I was like, so we're not doing keto. Yeah. Because it's, number one, the diet that I'm going to give you is going to be sustainable. That's okay. Like, if you can't sustain it, if you can't maintain this diet plan for the rest of your life, then there's no point in doing it. It's just another fad diet. And if you like carbohydrates, why are you restricting yourself from the full macronutrient? And not only that, it is a macronutrient, so you need it in your body. Yeah. It's a large compound that you need in your body, and you're saying no.
It's like the fuel. Like carbs are like fuel to a car.
Yeah,
that's what I always was taught in nutrition classes, that your body is fueled with carbs.
Yeah.
So people always look at shortcuts and easy way out.
Listen, you'll get results from that. You'll get it. Like I said, I didn't say. Well, we were talking before. Yeah. When you take carbohydrates out of your diet, therefore you're taking. What happens is your body has to burn through the glycogen.
Yeah.
So when your body stores carbohydrates, it stores 3 grams of water. So when you don't feed it with carbohydrates, so 1 gram of carb is 3 grams of water together, right? So when your body doesn't store that, your scale weight's a lot lighter because you don't have the water weight. Yeah. So you think, oh my God, this works, and you stay with it, and then what happens when you go stagnant? And what happens when you get these urges where you want to fucking just
eat everything,
binge on pizza and
ice cream,
cereal?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So back to do you believe cheat meals are important?
I don't call them cheat meals.
What do you?
So cheat meals, I call them free meals. Yeah. Cheat meals has a negative connotation. It's like, oh, you cheated on your wife. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah. Cheat meals, no, they shouldn't be bad. They should be strategically put into your plan if you're going to do it. If you're on a plan and you're with a coach, they need to be strategically put in, plain and simple. I'm kind of getting away from the whole free meals, and I'm going to more of a 48-hour type refeed. So the one meal really doesn't do anything but psychological benefits.
Yeah, of course.
But going over 48 hours of bringing your calories back up with full of carbohydrates, it's showing to help reset hormones.
Okay, so how long is, we didn't talk about it, but how long is like his diet plan?
He's going to be with me
16 weeks.
Yeah, 16 weeks, 4 months.
And over that 16 weeks, I know it all depends on how good his diet is actually benefiting him. Yeah. But how many free meals or 48-hour refeeds would you?
So I'm actually going to, with him, I'm going to do more of like a maintenance break. So we're going to go into a full week of bringing your calories all the way up and bringing your carbs all the way up for a full week. And what that does is it's like a resetting mechanism. So when you go into a deficit and you're there for too long, your leptin levels, which tells your body to burn fat, they suppress, and your ghrelin levels, which tells your body that you're hungry, they go up. So it's a fucking recipe for disaster. Yeah. So what you do is you go on this diet break for about 7 days. Some people go for 2 weeks. I like staying 7 days, and it kind of just resets everything, and then you go back into a deficit from there. So
and
you
like
just
you
keep
said,
the
that was psychological benefits.
Oh yeah. So when you see a diet plan, you're like, damn, I got all these carbs in it. You just get happy and you pick and chip.
Exactly.
So
yeah. And now that
I'm eating a
refeed.
lot of carbs now too.
Yeah, no, he's high in
My
calories.
fucking
and carbs,
my post
everything.
workout is like 300 grams of rice.
Cooked rice.
Yeah, like 10 ounces. Like it's a lot of food.
Your refeed, I assume, is still clean.
Yeah, no, the refeeds will be clean. If I say have a free meal for like a psychological benefit, we had a great last couple of weeks, and I'm like, dude, this guy needs it. But
Yeah.
just go out and do it. There's protocols that I give to follow.
So like not like shit food,
No,
but it's still probably like a
It's
burger, like a
Yeah, it's like have
Sushi.
something that you've been yearning for, but there always has to be protein involved. Plain and simple. If you have a piece of pizza, there better be some chicken and some meat in there. Plain and simple. Or have protein chicken inside. Yeah, well, you got to post it on Instagram, obviously. That's a given. But it's to have the meal and be done with it. Don't feel guilty about it because you're going to feel guilty about it. Don't pull up your shirt, check yourself out in the mirror because guess what? Fat don't store that fat, so don't worry about it. And just tell yourself and promise me that you are going to get right back on schedule right after that.
dope.
So like, you said you have 40 clients.
40.
About that, yeah.
48,
So like,
49.
so do they pay for your meal plan and like the whole everything?
Yeah, so what they pay for is obviously my guidance, my nutritional guidance. So I give them, I create this Google Sheets, and everything's on Google Sheets, so it's very readily accessible from the phone. And they get a weight tracker where they're weighing themselves. It depends on the plan, either every day or 3 times a week. They do the waist circumference once a week. They get their whole nutrition plan, depending on whether it's a choice diet, structured diet, or an athlete program that I create for them. They get a feedback tab that has it has a check-in that they have to click in. They check in for the week. From there, they can ask me any questions that they want. And then every single week, I give a video feedback to every one of my clients where I go over the diet, I go over the progress, I go over if they send me photos, we compare them side by side. I put dots on where I see improvement. And I just talk them through where my head's at and why we're doing what we're doing so they become educated on it as well. Mm-hmm. And then they have their cardio recommended in there. If they want workouts, I program, I usually do 5 weeks, 4 weeks of progressive overload with a keto week. And supplementation, I give recommendations. I don't say that you need to take them. I say they're always optional. But I'm on call with them 24/7. We set up Zoom video chats. If they ever just want to talk or meet up, we always do that. So
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm pretty busy then.
Well,
yeah, I was just gonna say. So how many hours a week?
So my Thursday nights, my Friday mornings at school. I actually before school I do it and during my prep period. Then Friday nights and Saturday mornings. So those are all my check-ins.
So you work in a school?
Yeah, so I'm a high school science teacher. I work in Rollaway at the behavior.
I didn't even know that. It's crazy how time flies and you don't know what the hell is going on.
You must be really fucking busy.
I'm busy, man. I'm busy. And I had this food prep business called Tailored Menu and just I was doing everything by myself.
Is that like a meal prep thing?
It was a meal prep company. Well, it is. It's I just put it on the shelf for now because, I was working 7 days a week. It was like Sunday I had to go in, cook, pack everything, get it ready for delivery, and it's just like, no. I want my Sundays, man.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you don't have kids?
I don't have kids.
Not yet. Do you want kids?
I'm not anytime soon.
Okay.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
You were a senior when we were freshmen, right?
No.
We were
in 7th grade.
Yeah.
7th grade?
Yeah.
Oh, you went to Burley?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking top quarterback, top athlete.
I was an athlete back then.
Yeah, you played every sport. Just like that's what Miller does to you. Makes you play every sport.
I remember the Florence game, freezing in the stands.
That was great. That was a good game.
You guys, that was the championship, right?
No. We were the year before at Florence. Hopefully you're talking about that.
Did you guys? Who was the quarterback when you played in Rutgers?
Anthony Evans.
Oh, I thought that was the last year.
No, you still played Memorial.
We lost in the semifinals.
That hit home. We could have been so much better though our senior year.
Let's get back to nutrition.
Let's get back to nutrition. But back to your meals. So you're only eating 3 meals a day.
Yeah.
So morning, lunch.
I had my morning, then lunch is late.
You don't get hungry in between?
You know what? It's
mindset.
I keep myself busy, dude. So it's kind of like I'm not even thinking. So after school, I go and I train a client, I train myself, and then I do boxing, and then I go home, and I'm like, now it's time to eat. And by that time, it's like 6 o'clock, and I'm like, all right, I eat my food, and I'm done for the day.
Do you go to sleep early? Or
yes.
How early?
I lay down probably around 8 o'clock. I fall asleep probably around 8:39. And I get up at
4,
3:30, 4. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I have a client that I train at 4 in the morning.
About 6.5
2
hours.
times a week.
That's nuts. Like, because my problem is I could be at work all day, eating clean, like, oh, yes, let's do this, let's do this. Come to 7, 8 o'clock at night, I'm watching TV like, fuck, I am starving.
That's the thing, man.
That's the
It's
word.
and it's not even like you're hungry, it's just you're bored.
You're bored,
You
yeah.
want to pick on something.
So, like, do you have any advice on how to keep that? Like, I know one thing I've read is the body can't determine between hunger and thirst.
Yeah.
So, like, when I get hungry now, I just try and chug a bottle of
Is that
water.
true?
No, it's definitely true, but I'll tell you what, I'll check about it once.
And you're still fucking hungry. Yeah, so, like, if you have any advice to curb that.
Yeah, so what I would do is, it might sound kind of cliche, but I would always keep around like raw vegetable food. And what I would do, I would cut up celery, use a sugar-free balsamic vinaigrette over it, and pick on that while you're watching the TV. But make yourself a side salad. It's like, if you're going to have to eat again, and let's just say you got all your calories in again, you want to make the most mindful and conscious decision. So my thing is always go to celery or lettuce.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to preach that, but that's one of my things. Or brush your teeth, because if you brush your teeth,
you don't want to eat it.
You don't want to eat it.
That's smart. I never thought of that. That's smart.
Chewing gum throughout the day helps me all the time.
That's what you eat and chew a lot of gum.
Chewing gum, drinking teas, and drinking black coffees.
Which brings me.
So my caffeine receptors are shot.
Yeah, like, so how much caffeine you drink in a day?
I'll get like 2 or 3 coffees. But
that's how much I drink.
It's large coffees.
I love coffee.
I don't give a shit.
Do you
take
think
pre-workout and stuff too?
I used to. Then I got away from it. But I'll tell you what, man. The best pre-workout thing I ever did was I would drink a cup of coffee. I would take a little bit of coconut oil. I put that in there and mix it in creatine monohydrate. And it's unflavored, obviously. And I would just mix it and then down.
Do you drink your coffee black with any sugar?
No, I use artificial sweetener.
Okay. Yeah. And do you use cream?
No. I'll use whipped cream.
That's fat free, right?
That's calories.
Like, do you feel, because I drink coffee, cream, and sugar. Do you think that's if I cut out the sugar and the cream, it'll play a small effect?
Yeah. I mean, because you're taking away calories. You know?
Yeah.
So, and try going artificial. Do you like artificial sugars? Do you have
what kind? Like stevia?
Yeah, stevia, Splenda.
Yeah, I don't like the taste of, is it Splenda yellow bag?
Yeah.
I don't like the taste of it. And
it's funny you say that because, like, I hated fucking Dunkin' Donuts coffee because I always get, like, the sugar-free French vanilla, the sugar-free blueberry. Because it always had this little funk to it. I started just getting regular black coffee with, like, few Splenda from there. It's my favorite coffee now.
Really? I love Dunkin'. every morning.
I'm not sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts.
Talk about, who are you sponsored by right now?
Jesus, jump right in there.
Yep. You set yourself up for that one.
Grenade, it's based out of the UK, and you might have heard from me the Carb Killer Bars. That's huge right now. And bodybuilding.com.
You've been with bodybuilding.com for
2012, yeah.
A long time.
Yeah. And that kind of just fell into my lap, too. After my first competition, I was actually doing their spokesmodel competition, and I became a finalist. And it was funny because I just finished my competition, and I went, and this was like a heavy rebound. And a heavy rebound, basically, I just ate like shit for like the next 4 or 5 days, and my body's full of water. I'm gaining fat because my metabolism is suppressed, and I'm taking in so many calories. I don't know what to do with it, so it's like, oh, extra food. I'm gonna just store it as body fat. And then I get a fucking email. Oh yeah, you're one of our finalists. We're gonna fly you out to we're gonna fly you out to LA, and we got to take photos, and you're gonna go on this competition. And I'm like, oh,
how long did you have?
What was it? I had a month and a half. A month and a half. Good thing the rebound, I only did it for 4 days, and I got right back on schedule. So I kind of responded well. Yeah. I want to place in third there, but it was cool because when I was out there, I had such a good rapport with the people that I was working with, and they were like, "Yo, like you're cool as shit. Like, would you want to be sponsored by bodybuilding?" I'm like, "Fuck, what?
Well, you don't gotta ask me that. Stupid question. So I know you said earlier you have your pro card, right?
Yes. So I got my pro card when I went over to the WBFF.
Now, how many shows in were you?
This was my first show.
That was the first show.
First show and got it. It was crazy. It was crazy how I went about it because I actually got injured before.
That was my next question. No, go ahead. Talk about it.
No, I talked your mind.
No, go ahead. Yeah, smart word.
Yeah. So what happened was I was training for my WBFF show. It was going to be the LA show, and I wanted to listen to this shit. So I wanted to do hack squats, and the hack squats that we would have at Retro, the old one. They would have the handles down by their thighs.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid. And so I'm doing hack squats, and I'm getting there to failure, and I go to come up, on my last rep, and I felt something in my bicep just pop, and I'm like, fuck. And I thought, like, this ain't too bad. I'm getting fucking late. So I rack it up. I go to pull the weight off. I can't. The kid's killing me. I'm like, shit. Well, I'm going to get checked. I had a grade 3 sprain. So I had to take time off from the gym. So I wound up, I was registered. I was ready to go for the LA show. Mm-hmm. And I wound up emailing them. I'm like, listen, I can't do it. I got this injury. And they're like, we need proof. So I sent them proof. And what happened was I had to go and do the Miami show after that. And it was like a blessing in disguise because I wound up winning that show and I got my pro card. So it's cool because the way they do the pro card and the WBFF, and I'm not trying to say anything against the NPC. NPC has the most top competitors that you ever see. They're freaks. They're absolute freaks. But the WBFF is a lot more classy. Like they tell the women, you do not walk out there in your bikini. You better put some clothes on. That's it. You do not show your ass and stick your ass out on stage. We'll see it. Don't worry about it. You're a classy woman. For the guys, when we have a meeting, you have to be in a fucking suit. Like everything's all about classy. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, but when I went out there, they don't. It's not like, oh, if you win your class, you're gonna get your pro card. They don't do that. They say if they think that you could compete at that level, then they're like, oh yeah. So when I won, I was like, all right, cool. And I'm walking up there and they're like, and welcome to the WBFF Pro family. And I was like, oh shit, I got my pro card too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. It's cool.
And then how many shows have you done since?
I just did only one WBFF Pro show. I wound up placing third, which I wasn't happy about at all because I can't. It's up there on Instagram.
Let's show it.
That video that you see there. Not the best video. But
which one right here?
Yeah. Let's see. I'm the guy over to the right. All right. Yeah. So the competition was pretty sick. The guy in the blue shorts to the left, he won.
He took first.
Yeah. He took first.
But now you have to set up your own routine?
Yeah, so you set up your own routine. This was just like posing off. They just said go through whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was a great experience. Met a lot of great people through it. But everything with this WBFF federation is just so classy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about respect.
I never would have guessed that. I just could have, like, picturing it, you just think of a bunch of dudes working out, let's go on stage and shit. But
and what's cool is in my category, you come out with evening wear, so you get all decked out. So yeah, that's in my category anyway.
Like for those shows, like, what is your body fat say?
I would honestly
3%.
No, I would say probably about 5 or 4. Yeah, the lowest I ever got was 4%. And I felt like dog shit.
Yeah, I did. I think the lowest I got was like 7 or 6. And I was there for maybe 2 weeks.
You can't be there for long.
No, it sucked.
We're not made to be. We're not made to be.
I was just saying this to my cousin Robbie. I was telling Robbie this yesterday. I'm like, dude, you can't stay at that. Your body's just gonna want to kill itself.
And it's not even that. There's people with different body fat set points. Mm-hmm. So when you have like my body fat set point's on the higher side, which means that my body works most efficiently at a higher body fat percentage. Like I want to be 17, 18. Mm-hmm. I want to be a little fluffy. That's what my body says. And I'm very happy there. I'm very strong there.
Is that what you walk around at? Like if you're not doing a show?
Yeah, well, I try to stay a little bit below that. So like, but my body fights hard to get. Like for me to get that lean, it's a struggle, man. It's a real struggle. Like my wife, she's just usually lean year round. Her body fat set point's very low. Yeah. So she could get there quick.
How do you reverse diet back up after the show?
So so reverse diet is mainly by Vinny Russo. But
do you do it? Like, so you do it?
No, I go into more of a recovery protocol, which is basically I go right back to maintenance and I kind of just sit there for a while. And then I honestly, like this last competition, like I went back to maintenance. I kept myself in good shape for a while. Then I got surgery and I kind of just let myself go a little bit. But yeah, no, there's a reverse diet protocol where you go very, very slow and methodical and you slowly work your carbohydrates and calories back up, because when you go in such a deficit for such a long time, your metabolism suppresses itself because it's like, all right, you're feeding me this much, I got to bring my my activity down here. So like something like meat, like your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, that also is down. So how much you fidget, like you'll see me like my legs shaking and I'm non-stop, I'm always fidgeting. But when I'm in fucking competition mode and it's like near game day, I'm there. I'm like,
really?
My blinks are slow.
Yeah.
But
I never really thought about that.
That's your body just saying, all right, we're going to just hold on to as much energy as possible.
Sucked out. I remember your story.
Yeah.
After the show.
Oh, it's on there. Yeah.
It might be on
it's on. It's one of my highlights.
It looks like a skeleton.
It's like right there. Yeah.
And you can tell he's like all tired and shit.
So what are you saying? I should just take it down?
No,
Is that what you're saying?
just put it in the word. That's
Yeah.
all. It's part of the process.
Something in, no?
I don't think there's any problem. Is
But you can just tell, like the way you're
Yeah.
talking now and the way you're talking in the video.
your bones,
Yeah.
you can
Tell,
see your
it's-
structure of your face, like really.
He's tired and going down. So
Great.
like,
What did you like not eat 2 days before?
No, I eat
I
a lot.
eat.
Yeah. No, I actually eat a lot.
Really?
Yeah, but it's all calculated out, man, to what I need. So, I mean, everybody's going to be different. That's the thing.
I'm gonna show it to the YouTube real quick.
So how would you transition from like a cut like that for a show, and then let's say you want to take an off season and get big?
Yeah.
How would you do that?
So I go right back to my maintenance, to what my new maintenance would be. I would sit there for a while and let my body get acclimated to it. And then I would start going into a surplus, because the only way that I'm going to be doing is going into a clear surplus. And I would mainly do that in the form of carbohydrates. I keep my protein pretty consistent. I wouldn't really mess around with fats, just because I like carbohydrates.
Yeah.
So I would just mainly focus on getting my calories from that.
How come not up to protein too?
Well, the protein is usually a consistent number. So once you find, like, I'm usually around 225 grams of protein, and that's usually where I stay at. That's what my body kind of needs. And that's just based off of, different calculations as well.
What weight do you walk around at?
Right now, I'm 205.
And are you training? Are you getting ready for a show? Are you about to? Or you're not?
I'm going to do one in December again, but
Right now, you're just maintaining.
yeah, but I'm trying to lose.
Talk
No, I told you, just coming back from the surgery, it's like, now it's...
about that injury. That was a lifting injury as well.
No, I had an umbilical hernia that I got repaired. So I had to go in and they fixed that shit up, and I was out of the gym for about 7 weeks.
So you're probably itching.
Yeah. No, in the beginning, I was driving myself nuts.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do with myself. I'm just looking at the wall.
Yeah. I was the same way.
Just daydreaming and shit. But then it was weird, because around week 6, it's like, I'm kind of getting used to this. It's like, Vin, come on. Don't go there. Don't get used to this shit. No, because I had so much time to work on my business. So it's like, this is actually pretty cool. And then, like, getting back into it, like, this is like week 4, then I'm like really going back at it hard.
Yeah.
And it's like, if I feel good, I filled out.
You're back in the gym, you said?
Yeah, my strength's about 90% there, I would say. But the way I look, no, I've never had a belly before. I got a belly now. It's like, usually the way my body stores fat, my body stores fat on my ass and in my tits. So I usually walk around like fat ass. It's like, if I was a girl, I'd be hot. But this, it's like, now all of a sudden, it's not in my tits no more. Now it's in my belly. I never had a belly before.
Do you believe age plays a factor or no?
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Yeah.
By the time, it's all up.
Yeah.
But yeah, your metabolism is slow down. Your testosterone becomes lower. When males have low testosterone, they store a lot of fat. Simple stuff.
Maybe I should get that checked too.
I got mine checked. Pretty much like.
Really good?
Yeah, it's good.
So what's it like? What's your biggest accomplishment as a nutrition coach, would you say?
My biggest that's a good one.
Yeah.
My biggest accomplishment as a nutrition coach.
Like, what do you get? I know the satisfaction of helping people, but like, is that why you do it? Or what is the main reason for wanting to do what you do?
So it was initially to just develop a full understanding of how nutrition actually works within the body, and do these different little experiments, like I was saying before, and just really understand it in and out. But when you realize an impact that you have on someone's life from it, and they literally become a more confident person, they have the energy to play with their kids after work now, and you just make their overall life better, dude. As corny as it sounds, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I went from competition, like training competitors, now to more gen pop heavy.
Yeah.
Just because the general person needs the education. And that's what I'm about with my team. My team VR is about me educating you on how to do it for life. Yeah. So the education that you get from me, you'll be able to pass on maybe your kids. Yeah. So they don't follow the same route that you did before you came here. You know what I mean?
So that would say your biggest accomplishment is educating them.
Education. Definitely. Yeah. Without a doubt.
Let's see. You said you still work a full 9-to-5 job on top of all this.
Teaching. Yeah.
So you're just crazy.
Yes, sir. I got the energy now when I'm young.
Yeah. What's the craziest thing you've heard, seen a client do?
All right. So the craziest thing
I want to hear this.
The craziest thing I heard a client say. Well, there's actually there's two things. Number one was I had this woman. Won't say her name. She was with me for 2 weeks, right? And she said she signed up for 6 months. She was with me for 2 weeks. She didn't lose weight in the initial 2 weeks, and she told me that I'm a scam. I am robbing people of their money, and that she wants to back out of the contract.
Holy shit! Was this when you first started, or you already had a following?
This is recent. This is pretty recent.
Fucking. Listen. Anyone, go look at the first fucking highlight. You'll see all his testimonials.
Well, they're still coming, my friend.
You put a lot up. I see.
Yeah, I still got more. But yeah. So basically, what I told her, I was like, look, it's only been 2 weeks. She's like, yeah. Well, normally I would see results, and I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, but look, listen. Whenever I set people up with diets, I usually always tell them, look, the first 2 weeks is for me to get an understanding of how your body works. Let's just see what happens to your body.
Yeah.
From there, then I know what to do. So if you're ever with a nutrition coach or you find a nutritionist, they're like, I know exactly what you need to eat. Tell them to fuck off, because no, they don't. They're lying to you. Plain and simple. It's a guesstimate in the beginning. Mm-hmm. But once I see how your body responds, then I know where to go. So she was stagnant. She didn't lose weight. She didn't gain weight. She was stagnant. So what that told me was, we hit your caloric intake on the head. You're supposed to be there. That's your maintenance. So now we go into a deficit from there, and then you'll start losing the body fat. She didn't want to hear it. So I was like, you know what? You would be one hell of a headache. I don't really want that. So here's your refund. That's crazy. That is it. Yeah.
That's nuts, dude.
I'll tell you what, it's a lot of shit. I could only imagine how much stress you would have been. And there's another thing that some clients do say, and what I don't get at all is like, I'm hungry on this diet. Well, listen, I hate to break it to you. You're in a caloric deficit. You're on a diet. You're supposed to be hungry.
That's what you're paying me to do.
You're supposed, well, I feel like I'm too hungry on this diet. I don't know if well, listen, you want to be in a deficit to lose body fat.
Yeah.
So those two things are probably the most out of line things I do.
That's great. So, question for you, Greg. Did you have to change up your training regimen to fit his diet? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but depending on how much you work out, you're obviously burning more calories. To lose weight, you need to burn more calories than you're eating. Mm-hmm. So are you burning too much, did you see, or?
I'm on a high frequency program right now. I do push-pull legs, which I was doing before, but...
That's your split.
Yeah. I kind of, after this last leg that I did, I realized I got to lower the volume a little bit. Like, I did a drop set on the golf squat that I normally do, and I realized later that night, like, you can't be doing this shit every week, because the recovery is not there as much, I guess, because of the calorie deficit. So I'm just trying to keep intensity high and lowering the volume. Maybe for some exercises, I'll do just one real heavy working set instead of 2 or 3.
Do you write workout plans for anyone, or you just
say ask? I definitely make programs.
Yeah, so you obviously you charge more for that plan as well.
With the clients, I usually just add the first one in there.
Okay.
If you're just someone who wants a workout program, then I'll charge. If you're a client of mine, I'll definitely throw it in there for you, and then we take it from there. If you want to keep going with it, if you like it, then we'll talk about pricing other than that.
I just realized you're actually training one of my good friends that I met through East Coast Conditioning, Nick Duke.
Oh, Nikki Duke, yeah.
So shout out Nikki, what's up? I actually met her through one of my other friends, Charlie. But she's cool. She told me she was training with you. Is she? Because she was doing a meal prep service. You were paying. Mm-hmm. Is she now cooking all her own meals?
Yeah.
You train Alex Campanella too, right? Or you work with him? He's young, sophomore in high school, I think.
Alex Campanella?
No. Oh, no, he might be with your brother, actually.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he is.
Anthony.
My brother's the guy actually does fucking training.
I was like, oh my god, do I not know?
You're also training Nicole, right?
Nicole
Restrepo?
No, I was.
You were.
Some information.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Crazy. Yeah.
I got a couple clients from her. She was my little girl.
Yeah, that's awesome though.
But just a comment on his thing. Your intensity and volume is the same for now. You're just whatever you were doing, just keep doing, because if you start manipulating too many variables, you don't know what's working.
Yeah.
So
you could always adjust the diet.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I lose my legs fast, so like I'm just trying to keep the intensity up.
You got it. So yeah, especially when you go into a deficit and you don't wanna. Yeah. You go. You got it.
I mean, I still hit a PR on hack squats this week. Like I hit a PR bench.
You're welcome.
So I'm just trying to keep it up. Keep it
what do you believe in the training regimen split? I know people who are at the gym 3-4 hours. I know people who are at the gym a half hour, 45 minutes, and look better than someone who lives in the gym.
Yeah.
So like, what do you do? What is your recommendation?
I normally like to do. I like to do a little time in between. So working muscle groups.
Mm-hmm.
I love the push-pull legs routine. I love that. If you're going to do something like what I do now is I'll do upper body on Monday, lower body on Tuesday, Wednesday I'll be off. Thursday will be like a chest, shoulders. Friday will be back and arms, and then Saturday will be lower too.
So you're in the gym 5 days a week?
Yeah.
How long each time?
45 minutes, man.
And
And I'm in and out.
Yeah, that's all it takes. Hit it intense.
People tell me, like, oh, I'm in the gym for 3 hours.
Doesn't make
For
sense.
what? You
Yeah.
have a
You're
life.
not working.
Yeah.
What are you
You're not
doing?
working hard. Yeah, like you can work hard, you can work long.
I get off the phone.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is.
Yeah.
My workouts are half hour,
That's
50 minutes.
Okay. And it's all about intensity, man. So
Mhm.
if you got the intensity in a half an hour, that's all you need.
Do you believe in like supersets,
Of course,
triceps?
yes, yeah. You got to feel it.
I love supersets.
Yeah,
I've
dude.
been doing a lot of rest pause, like on my back off sets. Like I'll do one. Like for bench this week, I did one top set. I did 340 for 7, and then I backed it down to 275 for 12, 30 second,
down to 2
Yeah, back big as fuck.
30-second rest, and then I think I got 4 or 5 after that, and that's it. Like that's 55.
The rest crushes you. I feel like it's one of the most underrated techniques to use.
Yeah.
The strength that you get from it alone,
Mm-hmm.
you know, if you use properly.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
drop sets, giant sets, supersets,
I
all
love
that shit. Bring them in.
You're
Yeah,
gonna see when we join Pollen.
I can't wait to join
It's
the
nice,
Pollen.
dude.
Yeah, we're joining. Have you ever been to a Pollen?
No.
It's in Edison. It's like a kind of like a
It's an
what is
intense
that?
gym.
Diamond gym, right? It's kind of like that.
It's more powerlifting and Diamond is all bodybuilding. Like Apollo's got a what is it? The monolith, like
Okay.
a bunch of cool equipment.
Where are you working out right now?
I honestly retros. I mean,
Yeah.
I got the membership, so
So
I'll
any
go to
retro.
park, I'll go to Kenilworth, retro, kind of stuff.
I go to retro.
But the best gym I've ever been in New Jersey after the Signature.
That's
Yeah.
where I go.
That's where you go.
Dude.
Yeah, I've been there once.
It's like fucking
That
vertical
shit
leg
is
press.
awesome.
It's like I've been waiting to see
That shit is dangerous, bro. I almost died.
You gotta be careful.
Dude, I could feel my blood pressure in my head. Like, when I exploded, I was like, fuck.
Oh shit!
And pass out under the weight.
What type of lifter are you? Would you say reps or heavyweight?
It's a varied, man.
Yeah,
I go
all
all over
depending
the
on the goal.
You know what it is too? Having that freestyle mentality is like I don't get bored. So it's like if I'm on something for so long, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta do this again.
Yeah,
It's kind of like, well, fuck it. Instead of doing flat bench today, you know, for 6 reps, 4 sets of 6, I'm gonna go do double bench and I'm gonna throw a little fly in there too. Like I like to mix it up. Like
Yeah,
that. I'll work the same muscle group, but I'll just throw in different exercises. Like, so I'm varied all over the place, man.
What would your favorite exercise or favorite body part to train be?
Back.
Back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you love that.
Oh yeah, and like pen leg rows are like something I'm like so for right now because it's a bent over barbell row without the jerking the movement to get all that weight up. So
What's your hardest muscle group to improve?
triceps.
Yeah.
Less than triceps. That's why I'm hoping that the shirt you gave me by that fucking mug is tight on the arms because they gotta fucking cover up my triceps.
Everyone loves those
Nah,
shirts.
these shirts
They're
are good.
so soft.
They're
Very
comfortable.
soft. If you want a large though, let me know. I'll give you a large.
The hug the arms.
It's just a large.
Not the XL.
Not keep it up.
Any shirt
Sure.
that Joey makes me, I wear it in the gym all the time.
Yeah.
Walking, like I said before,
They hug
walking.
the arms and the traps.
Yeah, they're
You know,
nice
they
shirts.
look great.
They're nice shirts.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely back is my best. Triceps and calves.
But do you like training them or do you hate training them
Nah, I don't hate training
at all?
Yeah,
You like training every part of the body?
yeah.
I was
There's one thing that you asked me earlier was something about what was it? The fucking something I had to learn to love and exercise.
an exercise you have to learn to love.
Deadlifts. I had to learn to love because when I was doing them initially, when I was doing them, I don't think I was really doing them right. I always use straps, and then I was like, "Fuck the straps! I'm doing them no more." And when I got real strong, like before the surgery and stuff, like I was at my all-time strongest. And I mean, I was fucking holding weights that I would always use straps for, and just powering through, dude. It's like I did them today. I wasn't even supposed to do weights that I wanted to deadlifts. Like I added them in. Like I love them.
Now you love
Yeah, now
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You have
I actually
I
just
don't-
switched to conventional. I was doing sumo,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and like it's like a completely different world doing
Of
conventional
course,
stuff.
it is.
you grip them both overhand
I do
or reverse?
left and
Alternate.
right.
Make sure you keep switching that up. So if you're doing, well, what I found, so when I do deadlifts, I always do the reverse, but I'll do one set with my left under, and I'll do the next set with my right
Because
under.
then you start to overcompensate.
Yeah, yeah. So just to make sure.
You switch up or you just do both over?
I tried
Hold
to
some
hook
over his mouth.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Greg, how much you weigh?
219 this morning. 219.6.
Started at 225.
Started at probably
I'll never ever see that weight in my life unless I'm obese.
I was there once.
What do you
It's
have?
not that hard to get to.
Right now, I'm like 185.
I was at 225 in college. In linebacker. And I was like a fucking meat fridge.
Just lifting every day.
Just a block of meat.
Eating
Just
every
ran
day.
into people.
Like, I want to get to like 250 one day.
It's big as
I
fuck.
want to
I can take it there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know.
What do you have any gym pet peeves besides texting?
Oh yeah, that's a big one. Like if you're on the machine and texting, get off. That's an reason.
Yeah.
I don't like when people take off their shirts and dress.
And to like look in the mirror and
Leave
shit.
your shirt on, please. Because I mean, when I'm in competition,
So go to Diamond Gym. Like, everybody's like,
I can't do it. I'm not into that. Like, why? Like, no.
Are you a hoodie guy? Like you wear a hoodie every time?
I'm not every time, but I am a hoodie guy. I like wearing.
I love
this stuff. When I'm in competition mode, like I'll wear like a tank top. Just I want to see the striations and all that. It keeps me motivated. But I'll never sit there and take off. I mean, I could be stage ready and I won't take off my shirt. Again. Fuck no.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah, don't
It really
why?
is.
What are you
Fucking.
doing? Stupid. There's children walking around here.
I gotta show you a
Just for
video.
attention, bro.
Is there a way you could send that video to my computer somehow? Is there? Yeah.
No, you should be able to pull up your iMessages, man.
Oh,
Send it in the chat.
Yo, yesterday at Crunch, this dude got lit up.
Oh, that
that.
kid's a douchebag.
Oh, so you guys saw it, so I don't need to look it up.
I know
Is
that
that
kid.
Crunch in New Jersey?
Yeah, in Garwood.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Dude.
I know that kid who got lit up.
Wait, what video did you guys see?
I'm not gonna lie. He ate
I
it.
saw one that Merkel posted.
I'm gonna say he ate it.
Where?
Kevin Cranford posted that.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, he got popped, but the kid fucking
Ate it. But did you see his glasses break in half?
Yeah,
And
dude.
That was
Nah,
his glass.
he got
I thought that was
that
his
kid.
teeth.
no, those
That
were his
kid,
glasses.
oh, man.
That
Nah.
kid's a prick.
He's a prick. I fucking hate that kid.
What was he doing? Was he
I don't know. I just heard him yell, and then
So I
kid
think
got on top of the bench fucking popped him.
one kid walked away to go to the water fountain.
Yeah.
And he hopped on his bench,
Yeah.
and the kid that's wearing all black was like, "Yo," and then he's like, "Shut the fuck up!" And then
Oh,
boom, lights his ass up.
I heard that the guy was the big guy. He like the douchebag. He
Yeah.
was lifting, and he told the guy in the black shirt that he was like almost done. Like his one more set, and he was still there like doing like 6 sets.
Yeah.
And then the guy in the black got pissed off, and then I heard two different stories.
That kid's such a prick.
He is really a prick. That's fucking-
Everybody I know that goes to Crunch fucking
Yeah,
fucking talks about that
He
kid.
he got popped.
He did.
I thought he
really
was
did.
going down, but he's
he ate it.
He always
He
does
dizzy.
like, he does these wild ass kicks on the punching
He
bag.
did
and
mad
shit.
loud.
Someone in the group chat was like, "Oh, he didn't use his fucking kick on the bag."
That's fucking funny. Back to a couple more nutrition questions that I have for you, and then we'll wrap it up.
Bro, I sent that shit to Barstool and Do It For State, and they didn't even fucking post it.
Really?
You probably didn't even see.
Yeah,
bro. I thought
They
it was
did.
so
It said
many-
scene, and they
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
fucking do anything.
You trying to get famous? Huh?
Yeah.
Did you
You might
record
have to
that?
know who took
Nah,
it. Like, you might have to give credit to somebody.
My friend took the video.
That's
crazy.
He sent it right to me.
That's nuts.
What was he hanging from the rafters and the ceiling? Like,
They were upstairs doing cardio.
Yeah, because the one I saw was from upstairs.
Yeah.
I guess he heard yelling and just came down with his phone out. Like, "Hey,
Everyone's for fucking
Yeah.
world star nowadays.
Yeah.
Crazy.
can't get away with
Team
anything
video,
nowadays."
When you do like prepping for a show, are you your own nutrition coach?
No, I used to go.
Really?
Yeah, because I'd be so anal about everything, and I would run myself into the ground.
Really? So
Like it's like a second pair of eyes. So we talk about what we're doing. I follow his guidance. And whenever you have a coach, you follow the guidance. Trust in the process, plain and simple. Do I know my shit about nutrition? Yes, but so does he. So I'm going to follow what he's saying. We'll talk about things like, hey, I think this might work, and we'll talk over it, and then we'll come up with a plan. But it gets to the point near the end of prep where it's like, I got to get tighter. I got to get tighter. Let me go do some cardio. And I hate doing cardio.
Yeah.
I have to do another topic. But, and he'll be like, no, then you're fine. Like, chill out, relax, just go with the flow, man. Go with the flow, and he'll kind of bring you back. So, yeah, I definitely use it.
So you ever like butt heads with them? You have a completely different opinion on something?
No, I just
you're open-minded.
if I have something where I think should work, I'm gonna say, fuck it, he's prepping me, he knows.
That's another reason why I hired him, because I would like tend to overthink a lot of shit. So I mean,
I take the thinking out of it.
Yeah.
All my nutrition, like don't think, just cook
Just follow.
cook this and eat.
plus the cardio. Like I can't do fucking 300 calories of cardio 3 times a week by myself.
So talk
No
about
way.
you hate cardio. So what do you do then?
So, well, with cardio, the reason why I hate it is because people think it's an end-all, be-all. Like, you need to do cardio to lose weight. No, you don't. You need to get in a deficit to lose weight. Cardio is just a tool to be used to help you lose that weight. So, I usually keep it in there with clients at a low rate just to keep the cardiovascular training up. But when need be, we ramp it up.
Yeah.
Like
hit stuff.
I say now, I used to be a person with time. Like, all right, well, I need to do 45 minutes of cardio, which is fucking probably one of the teleclinics. But it's like, listen, if I tell you to do 45 minutes of cardio, keeping your heart rate here, you might not be doing it that intense. You might have took a stimulant before, so your heart rate's up. Who knows? So now I base it off of calories, and is there an error? Yeah, but it's a consistent error.
Yeah.
If you use something like an Apple Watch or a Fitbit, you could use those calories all the time. And it's like, all right, look, if you burn 300 calories doing this, well, guess what? If I tell you to burn 500 calories now, it's consistently.
Exactly. So that's it. You tell people to just look at the calories.
Look at the calories and burn, and then pop off.
Because what is it? A pound is 500 calories?
3,500
calories.
Yeah.
So if you want to lose, 300 calories, how many times a week you do that?
3 times a week.
So his caloric expenditure from cardio alone should be 900 calories for the week.
But he's also burning a fuck ton in the gym.
Two hit sessions after a week. So I'll do like
that's cardio with that.
The
That's not
airdyne.
cardio.
It's fucking cardio.
It's like battle ropes and shit.
Yeah, airdyne bike.
Wait until he tries the deadlift sprints.
Yeah.
What is that?
So you keep the treadmill off, right? You put your hands on the bars and you drive with your feet to get the belt moving. And then you got to sprint. And you sprint for like 15 seconds. Keep your phone there so you can see it. And then you stop. And the belt stops, right? And you wait your 45 seconds, whatever it is, and then you do it again.
Can you do that on a regular treadmill?
Yeah, it's sprinting, but it's with resistance. Yeah, you have to drive. Yeah,
it's insane. My fucking my boxing instructor makes me do that shit all the time.
Yeah, it's bad.
That's crazy.
Kind of like a prowler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just exactly what that's like. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
How long before a show do you start prep?
Normally it was 12 weeks when I first started. Then I found it being more beneficial to start later, so then 16 weeks. And now I'll even go 24. I'm so used to it, like that's not even that long to me.
Yeah.
My last prep was 6 months, so but it worked.
Yeah.
And I changed my diet twice during that whole 6 months, and I added more cardio only once for those entire 6 months, and my body completely changed.
Then you probably retain more muscle being slower too, right?
That's it.
It's all about progression.
Yeah. Just fucking crazy.
I got one more question for you, and then we can wrap it up. Or if they have any questions for you.
Cool.
What type of guy is Vinny Russo outside of the gym? What do you like to do? How do you fill your time? I know you're busy with nutrition coaching and school, but what do you like to do? What type of guy are you?
Dude, I like to have a good time. I love going out to eat. That's like my number one fucking favorite thing to do. Like my wife and I, we have like date night or skate day, whatever it is. As much as I preach don't do it, I like to drink a little bit, but I keep it to 1 day a week to where I will allow myself. So Saturdays, like today, it's my day to have a couple drinks. I like doing that. I like doing those bars. But my thing, going out to eat is like my favorite thing. I like doing more adventurous things, kind of like now that I have the dog, like taking him to dog
you
parks.
just got a dog, right?
Yeah, taking him to dog parks and I don't know, going for hikes, going for walks. Especially if it's nice outside, stay outside.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing. We grew up in a time where you stay out. We love being outside. Oh, yeah. That's not like that anymore.
I went through the woods. I probably have monsters. You don't even know. It's just today. They'll never get it. You just stay outside all day.
Yep.
I got a tick bite on my fucking tricep still, I think, a couple weeks ago.
You guys got any questions? You got anything?
How did you get such a following on Instagram and stuff like that?
I have a social media company that does. So if you scroll through, you'll see a lot of bodybuilding.com posts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have them do most of my posts now because it's kind of hard to do it. So you'll see some stuff from me in there, and that'll be because I post them. But I have them do it, and they kind of reach a bigger following and kind of gets all these followers for them. I was finding something though that one of the companies that I used, they were actually unfollowing people that I knew. Like my wife was unfollowed. It was weird. Her friends were all unfollowed because when you reach a certain point, and you have to unfollow people to add more followers. You get pissed. It's weird. It's like if you're following a certain amount, you have to decrease that amount so you can add more followers. I don't know the algorithm. Yeah, I don't know the algorithm. So now apparently they're completely changed. So I know nothing about that, but
I have to look into that because I've been fucking posting everywhere. I only got 300 followers for the even
Bro, a lot of the people I follow, I don't even see their posts anymore.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird. Instagram's definitely different.
But you also gotta be careful too. With my social media company told me they're not gonna get any bots.
Okay. Yeah, and no robots.
I don't want the bots and the fake
I
followers.
want real followers.
the thing is though, like, I think I have bots.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple. Like, and I'm not going to say anything to them because they do such a good job for me. Yeah, I'm not going to do that, but I do. I think I have bots, and I think they added that on to show that, oh, look how much more followers you got from us. You know, so there might be something behind it. I've never really looked into it, but
I mean, that number is nice though.
Yeah, no, it's big.
My one buddy, he has a fitness page, and he's got like 10K followers.
Yeah.
Whoa. This kid I met in college. Yeah, so he did like a ton of mass following.
Yeah.
Like, he had to do it all by himself. He didn't have like a company or anything.
Yeah.
And he was like, he had like, at one point he was following like 14,000 people. And by hand, he had to go down and just follow, like unfollow.
Yeah.
All of them.
A lot of people do that to me, bro. Like, they hit all these followers, like fitness pages and like coaches, and I'm just like, fuck you, I'm not following you. Because I follow you like
Right away.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They just want their follow.
Yeah.
I do have to tell you though, your diet is definitely working because this fucking guy, we were in an enclosed space at work the other day on Friday. This motherfucker kept farting.
I cleared the room out, bro. One
Cleared the room out. There was 9 of us in there. We all had to leave the room.
What you got, baby? It smells funky.
It was
It's the egg
fucking
white shakes.
the egg white shakes.
Yeah, I like to cook my egg whites. You want to drink them?
I cooked them this morning. I drink them when I have work.
Yeah,
Easiest way.
Don't label breakfast as breakfast. Label as meal 1.
Could I have a protein shake?
You can have whatever the fuck you want. Who says that you need to eat eggs and oatmeal for breakfast or for your first meal in the morning?
No.
If you want to have steak and brown rice, why wouldn't you?
That's a fact.
See? If you want to wake up and have some pasta and whatever, why not? It's just a meal.
Yeah.
Like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's for the better, man. It's meal 1, 2, 3.
It's numbers.
It's all numbers game.
I hate eating in the morning too, but it's necessary.
Well, listen, if you hate eating in the morning, you gotta let me know this stuff. So we can
No, it's necessary. Like, I do shit I hate all the time.
That's him. But on that note, where can we find you, Rye?
Actually, big announcement. I finally got Rye Griff on.
Oh yeah, you
Instagram.
changed it, right? So
Congratulations.
I had
Thank
to
you.
change that on the.
I had to like talk to a bunch of different people, tell them I'll give my username to get me there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, look,
So
Rye Griff.
I'll put it up for you guys. Vinny, where can we get you on Instagram?
On Instagram, it's at Russo10.
Right there. You got any of the other social media or?
Yeah, well, I have my Facebook, just search Vinny Russo, and I have my website, which is www.vinny.com. It's actually being revamped tomorrow. It's live, but it's going to be revamped, and there's going to be a whole new Vinny Russo coming at you.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
You might have to link up and go to your website real quick.
Something's going to pop up about Taylor Menu. That's you should get all that.
So this is where if you wanted to sign up for your.
Yeah, you can scroll all the way down to the bottom. There's a sign thing. And you see all my video testimonials on there. You see all my client results, my philosophy. Men's physique days. Portraits.
Tailored menu.
Yeah, there's all that.
Did you see Generation Iron 3?
No, I didn't see that.
Dude, the men's physique, like, they showed videos from back in the day.
Yeah.
They were so small, dude. Like that guy Sadek, Hatzovic or whatever.
Sadiq. Yeah.
Sadiq. It showed him,
He's
like,
a cool
dude,
kid, man.
he was small as shit. Like, he barely had abs. Now he's fucking huge.
I know. See, but you also got to take into account, too, the amount of years that he's been training. And
Yeah, but they were just talking about, like, the standards. Like,
Oh, yeah,
the
how
standards.
it's literally
Back
bodybuilders
then.
and portraits now. There's no real true difference.
That's crazy.
Like with WBFF, you have 2 male categories. There's male muscle, which are like your big bodybuilders, and you have male model, male fitness model. And it's that's where I am. That's the more leaner, aesthetically pleasing. You know, I could look good in a suit.
Yeah.
These other guys,
Gotcha.
they can't fit in suits. You know.
So if you want to sign up, I know you're not taking anyone right now, right? Or are you?
Well, like I said, I cap myself off. You got 55. I'm at 49, 48, 49 right now. So
If you're
I do have
interested.
spots. Depending on how much time you're going to need, yeah. I mean, so fill it out. If you want to reach out, that's fine. And then we could set up a consultation and we can talk it out.
Cool. Greg, where can we get you again on Instagram?
YSG92.
I'll put it up on the screen for you guys. And you can get me at 25legacy, but most importantly, get us on Instagram at You've Been Mic'd. The movement is... Go ahead.
No boxes, no spaces, no nothing.
The movement is real. Get with it or get fucking lost.
Peace.